Welcome back to our channel. Today, we will review everything you need to become a legend among heroes. But first, let's go to the map, Komodo. It is very important that you understand what the MVPs of the Legends instances have. Size, element, race. Let's start with the right elements to use. Let's start with Lost Island. This is the Magma Golem. Formless fire, large MVP. Element, fire. By completing these Legends instances, we earn chests and coins, which we can exchange for equipment with great attributes. These are the equipment items we obtain through the instance in Brave mode. First, Acompanhe Museum. Next, I'll go to Lost Island. Here, we have the Legends equipment. The difference is that here we get attributes for PvP mode, which is not the focus of this video. We will only work with the attributes. Look at this armor, Other Shore Patrol. If you use a class that requires a significant elemental boost to increase your DPS damage per second, this armor becomes very interesting. Of course, we're talking about the armor you can obtain by opening chests in the Acompanhe Museum or exchanging for coins. But don't be fooled, it's quite challenging to get the right attribute at maximum. With the coins from the Lost Island instance, you can acquire equipment that will further boost your elemental attribute. Emerald Button Water DMG. Heart of Molten Fire DMG. In the house, we have our dear dummy. In the settings, we can configure it for the instances where we want to test damage. On the left side, we have the instances: Thanatos, Museum, Lost Isle, Secret Realm, with your doubts and difficulties. For our first DPS test, we will test against the Magma Golem in Epic Spirit mode. In your house, there is a very important piece of furniture. Here, you can make a prayer to the statue. With it, you can get 5 hours of water damage to monsters. It won't work on MVPs, but since I like to use everything I have, I always outpace it as well. Another very important point for increasing elemental damage, along with several other significant boosts to your account, is the blessing from this beautiful Valkyrie in our guild. Here, we have various types of attributes: ATK, Def, and Element. Notice that I was able to level up my guild prayers to the maximum level. Notice that when we complete the prayers, we get a significant boost in everything. Without a doubt, we all need a guild to improve our performance. Now, with consumables, we need to make sure we're using the right items to tackle the MVP. We have consumables that will boost our Star, Dex, Agilup, Vit, and Int. But we also have stones that increase elemental damage, which helps us achieve even more elemental DPS. Now, the Mystic Frozen converts our attack to water, which is very effective for countering fire element. Must not forget the size conversion stones. It is recommended to use them. I will demonstrate how the Mystic Frozen Stone, which converts the weapon to water, changes the outcome of a DPS. Let's use the Mystic Frozen and analyze the DPS. Has it increased? Take a look now and draw your own conclusions. Remember, it is configured for the Magma Golem in the Legend instance. Do you remember at the beginning of the video when I mentioned that it was of the fire attribute? Now, let's test it on the instance and see the result using the right elements. We are using here the main enhancer of our damage, namely Mystic Frozen and Ice Controlling Alloy. Notice that the damage is exactly the same as what we tested at home, and thus, we quickly finish off the Magma Golem. This test was conducted to show everyone that by targeting the MVP's element and using the right consumables, we can indeed double the damage in instances. Remember that the Magma Golem is an MVP with the fire attribute. So that's why we convert our attack to water. It's important to stay updated on the MVP's elements so you can counterattack effectively and continually increase your damage. Notice that each MVP has its own element: ghost, fire, neutral, holy, and so on. If you enjoyed the content and want to see how element conversion works in other floors of the island, the museum, or other dungeons, comment in video. Thank you for watching until the end. Don't forget to follow us and turn on notifications to stay updated on the World of Ragnarok mobile.